At 21, most people are figuring out their next class schedule. Coco Gauff is rewriting tennis history. She just pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in French Open history, and her post-match interview revealed something even more incredible. The mind of a champion who thinks she's only operating at 40% capacity.
What we witnessed wasn't just athletic ability, it was championship DNA in action. When Gauff was down 4-1 against the world's #1 player, she didn't panic. She went to the bathroom, splashed water on her face, and gave herself a pep talk that would make any sports psychologist proud.
The numbers are staggering. First American to win the French Open since Serena Williams in 2015. Second youngest since Serena won it in 2002. 2 Grand Slams at 21. But what's truly remarkable is her mental approach. She's studying defeats like textbooks and using them as fuel for victories.
21 years old against the #1 player in the world, and I think sometimes people forget in tennis you're out there by yourself and it's such a mental game.
Today we're examining what separates champions from everyone else, how mental toughness is built, not born, and why Coco Gauff's mindset at 21 suggests we're watching the emergence of tennis's next legend, one whose confidence comes from a place most people never reach. Let's start with the moment that defined everything. French Open final, down 4-1 to Sabalenka, the world's #1. The crowd, the pressure, the stakes, everything screaming that this might be over. But Coco had a different conversation with herself.
I was kind of relating to the last time we played in a final, which was US Open, and I lost that I think that first set 6-2, and this set I lost 76, so I was like, okay, I'm close. And so I went to the bathroom, I used the bathroom, and I kind of like splashed water on my face, and I was like, all right, it's time to like wake up and like lock down.
That bathroom moment reveals everything about championship psychology. She didn't just reset emotionally, she analyzed the situation strategically. She compared it to their previous match, found the positive data point that she was close, and then gave herself a concrete action plan. That's elite mental processing under ultimate pressure.
I knew I just had a feeling I was like, if I can get that second set, like I felt like in the pressure moment, a third, I would handle it a little bit better.
What's remarkable about that statement is the confidence in her own pressure response. Most athletes hope they'll handle pressure better, Coco knew she would. That comes from experience, but more importantly, from studying her own patterns and building systematic confidence in her abilities.
But here's where it gets truly incredible. After pulling off this historic comeback, beating the world's #1, Coco dropped a bombshell in her interview that should terrify every other player on tour.
I think I'm a lot better since then, and it's crazy, I still feel like I'm like 40% there. I feel like I have so much more I can improve on, and that's what gives me confidence on the court.
Let me repeat that for everyone. The woman who just beat the world's #1 in a comeback victory believes she's operating at 40% of her potential. That's not false modesty, that's a champion's mindset. She's using her current success as evidence of how much more she can achieve, not as a ceiling.
The Serena Williams comparisons are inevitable, and Coco handles them with the perfect blend of respect and quiet confidence. When ESPN mentioned she's walking in Serena's footsteps, her response revealed both humility and hunger.
She's my GOAT, she's the GOAT, and I look up to her in many ways, so anytime I'm mentioning a stat line with her, it feels surreal, it's crazy, I didn't realize it had been that long, but just to be put Americans back in that rolling girls conversation means a lot.
Notice how she frames it not as individual achievement, but as putting Americans back in that conversation. That's leadership thinking. She's not just chasing personal records, she's carrying the torch for American tennis. That perspective, combined with her technical ability, is what creates legends.
But perhaps the most revealing moment came when she quoted Tyler, the Creator, after her victory, then explained the deeper psychology behind why those lyrics resonated with her struggle with confidence.
I felt like I did maybe have those doubts inside of me. But then I realized the deeper I dug, I was like, I have to go back to that childlike confidence that I had as a junior and when I first came on tour. I was like, I don't know why I don't have that confidence anymore. Even though I'm ranked higher, I'm winning more than I did when I first came on tour. But for some reason, when I was 15 on You Thought I Could Be Any, I thought I could be anyone. So I was like, I'm lying to myself. I really know I can do this.
That's one of the most psychologically sophisticated analyses I've ever heard from a 21-year-old athlete. She identified that success had actually created self-doubt, recognized the pattern, and consciously chose to return to her original confidence. That level of self-awareness is typically developed over decades, not years.
The ESPN rapid-fire questions revealed another side of Coco, relatable, funny, and surprisingly strategic in her thinking. When asked about essentials she travels with, her answer was pure champion mindset.
Headphones for sure. I need music when I go out there on the court. Either gospel rap, between those two depends how nervous I am.
Even her music choices show strategic thinking: gospel when she needs calm, rap when she needs energy. She's managing her emotional state with the same precision she brings to her tennis tactics. That's not accidental. That's systematic preparation for peak performance.
When asked to choose between TikTok and Instagram, her answer was immediate: TikTok. When asked about TV shows, she chose Love is Blind over Love Island with reasoning that showed her analytical mind even in casual conversation.
I think Love is Blind just because those people are going in for marriage and they're so messy. Love Island, you expect them to be messy.
Even in that throwaway answer, she's analyzing motivation and expectations. She's drawn to authentic messiness over performed messiness. That insight into human behavior translates directly to reading opponents on court and understanding what's genuine versus what's strategic positioning.
The celebrity recognition is pouring in: Lewis Hamilton DMing her, Obama shouting her out, Spike Lee flying to Paris to watch her play. But Coco's response to all this attention shows why she's built for long-term greatness, not just moments of fame.
Obviously, I started on tour wanting to be the best, so I definitely want to reach that level of greatness. I want to be remembered. I think I want to every win. I think cements me more as that as far as like level wise. I think I have so much that I can improve.
That's the mindset that creates dynasties. She's not satisfied with individual victories, she's building towards sustained greatness. Each win isn't a celebration, it's evidence she's on the right path. That long-term thinking at 21 is what separates future legends from one-hit wonders.
When Stephen A. Smith suggested she could teach him tennis, Coco's response was both humble and honest, revealing another dimension of her character that makes her so compelling.
I'm not a good teacher. I have a younger brother that plays, and I've been on the court with him just twice. I think I'm just perfectionist.
That admission, "I'm just a perfectionist," explains everything about her rapid improvement and championship mentality. She's not naturally patient with others because she holds everyone to her own impossibly high standards. That perfectionism, channeled correctly, is what drives champions to keep improving when others would settle.
Perhaps most telling was her escape room partner choices: Stephen A. Smith, Tyler the Creator, and LeBron James. Not random celebrities' strategic picks that reveal how she thinks about collaboration and entertainment.
Those choices show she values intelligence, creativity, and competitive excellence. Stephen A. for analysis and entertainment, Tyler for artistic thinking, LeBron for championship mentality. Even her fantasy scenarios reveal strategic thinking about surrounding herself with different types of high achievers.
When her opponent made excuses about win conditions after the match, Coco could have fired back. Instead, her response showed the grace under pressure that defines true champions.
We both had to play in the win. We both had to deal with those conditions. I didn't feel great on the court at all. I went down 4-1. I thought I was playing the worst tennis of the tournament. But I think the difference was I was able to recognize that and find a different way to try to win that match.
That response demonstrates emotional intelligence, tactical awareness, and leadership all at once. She acknowledged the shared challenge, took responsibility for her own struggles, then explained her competitive advantage. Adaptability under pressure. That's not just good sportsmanship, that's championship thinking.
What we're witnessing with Coco Gauff isn't just the rise of another talented athlete. We're watching the emergence of someone who combines elite physical ability with championship psychology, strategic thinking, and genuine character. At 21, she's already rewriting what's possible.
The combination is unprecedented in recent tennis history. Technical excellence, mental toughness, media savvy, cultural awareness, and genuine humility. She's not just winning matches, she's building a platform for sustained greatness. The scary part for her competitors, she genuinely believes this is just the beginning.
What makes champions different isn't just talent, it's how they process success and failure. Coco's using victories as fuel for improvement and setbacks as data for strategic adjustments. That psychological framework, combined with her physical gifts, suggests we're watching the early chapters of a legendary career.
Dr. Williams, Marcus, thank you for helping us understand what makes Coco Gauff so special. You've shown us that her greatness isn't just about tennis. It's about a mindset that combines confidence with curiosity, success with hunger, and individual achievement with collective purpose. At 21, she's not just the future of tennis, she's already reshaping what championship mentality looks like in the modern era. This episode was brought to you by Unstruct AI, where we explore the human cost of exceptional achievement. Today, we've seen how true champions separate themselves not just through talent, but through systematic approaches to mental toughness, strategic thinking, and character development. When Coco Gauff says she's only at 40% of her potential after beating the world's #1, she's not being modest, she's revealing the mindset that creates legends. Her bathroom pep talk, her Tyler the Creator insight, her choice of gospel versus rap depending on her nerves, these aren't random details. They're evidence of someone who's building championship psychology with the same precision she brings to her tennis technique. What makes this story remarkable isn't just that she's winning at 21, it's how she's winning, with grace, strategy, continuous improvement, and genuine respect for the competition. Sometimes greatness announces itself not with arrogance, but with quiet confidence and systematic excellence. When someone combines elite physical ability with championship psychology and authentic character, they don't just win matches, they change what's possible for everyone who comes after them. The legend isn't coming. At 21, with 2 Grand Slams and a mindset that treats current success as evidence of future potential, Coco Gauff is already here.